It's the middle of the night, and you're jolted awake by your child's warm forehead and flushed cheeks. Your heart races as you scramble for the thermometer, confirming what you already know. Your child has a fever. Like most parents, your instinct might be to immediately reach for fever-reducing medications. But what if everything we've been taught about fevers is actually incomplete or incorrect? Did you know that fever-reducing medications might actually prolong illness in some cases? What if that elevated temperature isn't an enemy to be fought, but an intelligent healing response orchestrated by your child's brain and nervous system? One that's actually fighting infection, activating and supercharging the rest of the immune system, and doing a very important job. Today, we're going to completely reframe how you understand fevers, giving you both the confidence and the knowledge to support your child's natural healing abilities rather than suppressing them. Knowing how to handle a fever is something so many parents wrestle with. On one hand, we have the traditional pediatrician and medical view, which continues to act like the continuous use of fever-reducing medications, antibiotics, and so forth is no big deal. But then, on the other hand, we have our parental gut instinct and common sense that tells us it is pretty normal for kids to get sick and to have a fever here and there, and maybe we should help support the body's naturally versus short-circuiting the work it's trying to do. Ultimately, how we handle these fevers really does play a factor in whether our children develop a strong and robust immune system or go down the road that is all too common these days, one that leaves them with a suppressed, dysfunctional, and weakened immune system over time. So let's dive into what role fevers play in fighting off acute illness and helping develop strong immune systems over time, and get you some tips and strategies on how to support your child's immune system safely and naturally. Fevers account for approximately 1/3 of all pediatric office visits in the United States. That's millions of worried parents rushing the children to doctors each year, often unnecessarily. What's even more concerning is that a survey is 1 in 3 parents reported administering fever-reducing medication for temperatures below 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, which isn't even technically a fever. And this reveals a widespread misunderstanding about what fevers actually are and the important role they play in healing. Most parents have been conditioned to view any elevation in temperature as dangerous, when in reality, research increasingly shows that moderate fevers are beneficial part of the immune response that can actually help children recover faster when properly supported. So, 1. Understanding what fever really is from a natural and neurological perspective. A fever is not simply an elevated temperature. It's a sophisticated neuroimmune response orchestrated by the child's brain and nervous system, specifically the hippocampus, which acts as the body's thermostat. When your child's immune system detects pathogens like viruses or bacteria, it releases chemicals called pyrogens that signal the hypothalamus to raise the body's temperature set point via prostaglandins. This creates a controlled, intentional increase in temperature that's quite different from dangerous overheating that occurs in conditions like heat stroke. From a neurological perspective, a fever is actually a sign that your child's nervous system is regulating properly, actively coordinating a complex immune response to eliminate pathogens and restore health. 2. The powerful benefits of fever that most parents don't know. Fevers inhibit pathogen growth because many bacteria and viruses replicate optimally at normal body temperature. Even a modest increase in temperature can slow their reproduction and spread. Higher temperatures actually enhance immune function by accelerating white blood cell production and improving the mobility and effectiveness. Research indicates that fevers increase the number of circulating neutrophils and a type of white blood cell. 3. What factors can throw fever and immune system function off track? Well, a child's fever patterns, whether they spike high, fever easily, or struggle to develop fevers when fighting infections, have prolonged low-grade fevers, or never develop a fever when they should. This all indicate there is a dysfunction within their neural immune system. If your child's fever response consistently excessive or suppressed, it could be a sign of an underlying nervous system dysfunction and dysregulation, which is throwing things off track. This is often first triggered by early life factors like prenatal stress, birth trauma, especially from interventions like forceps, vacuum extraction, or C-sections. And frequently, early antibiotics can disrupt proper neurological development and affect how a child's body mounts fever responses. 4. When fevers do warrant medical attention. While fevers are generally beneficial, certain situations require professional care. Any fever in infants under 3 months, fever above 102.2 in children 3 to 6 months old, or persistent fevers above 102.2 for more than 2 days in children over 6 months. Always want to watch out for accompanying signs like lethargy, difficulty breathing, severe headache with neck stiffness, refusal to drink leading to dehydration, or a rash that doesn't fade when pressed. Remember that even medical intervention is necessary. This doesn't invalidate the premise that fevers themselves are beneficial. The goal is to approach them with understanding while recognizing situations that truly require attention. Now, 5. Supporting a child's fever without suppressing it. Focus on hydration with room temperature water, dilute electrolyte drinks without artificial colors, herbal teas for older children, or homemade popsicles. Create a healing environment with extra rest, a comfortable room, temperature, lightweight clothing, and light blankets that can easily be removed. Consider tepid sponging with lukewarm water if your child's uncomfortable, but avoid cold baths, which can cause shivering and actually raise core temperature. Get your child checked for subluxation and dysfunction and adjust it if out of balance. This helps improve the efficiency and communication of the nervous system, which then improves immune system function. From a neurological perspective, these supportive measures create an optimal environment for the vagus nerve and parasympathetic nervous system to function properly, leading to more effective fever patterns and faster recovery. Understanding fevers from a natural and neurological perspective transform how we approach this common childhood experience. Rather than fearing fevers, we can recognize them as evidence of a well-functioning neuroimmune system organizing an intelligent healing response. Now, when we support rather than suppress this process, we honor the body's innate wisdom and help our children develop resilient, self-regulating immune systems. At Vanella Chiropractic, our approach to fevers is simple. We support the body's natural defense, providing safe and gentle adjustments to make sure the nervous system is balanced and functioning properly. And empower and educate parents to other ways they can help safely and naturally support their children through this illness. Getting through it as fast as possible while also ensuring that we're building and strengthening the immune system instead of short-circuiting and suppressing it. Of course, there'll be times when the fever really gets going and our children need help for medications and other helpful interventions. But it should always be a last resort instead of a first option. Next time your child develops a fever, remember that it's a nervous system and immune system working together to create an internal environment where pathogens are eliminated and the immune system is activated and made stronger. By getting your child checked and adjusted and supporting them with their natural immune system boosters, rest, and so forth, you can help them not only overcome their current illnesses, but come out stronger and more resilient on the other side. Click the link in our bio to learn more about supporting a child's natural fever response and how we may be able to help if your child is getting sick too often or struggles to get over illnesses without the use of medication.